our Unwritten Soul Episode 4. I am finished with the episode. If you have not finished watching, come back after. This has been your standard spoiler warning. I'm not gonna lie, this episode low-key pissed me off because I'm such a logical thinker, and a lot of the stuff that happens this episode is illogical to me. But also, I can fully understand why some of the things happen because I'm not a total robot. I understand feelings, I understand emotions. I know how it can wreck you. It can make you do things that you know you shouldn't be doing, but you just can't help yourself because of how you're feeling. So I'm really pissed at the episode, but I also understand the episode. Starting off though, Hosu, you a good fucking guy, you hear me? You a good fucking guy. Keeping in mind, this is Miji, and she's pretending to be Mirai. She was talking about how what happened to the grandma was Miji's fault. And he goes, what you not finna do is talk about her behind her back. If what happened to her grandma is her fault, then what happened to my dad is my fault. I told my dad to go out. I'm the reason we were on the road. I'm the reason the drunk driver got crashed into us. So if it's her fault, then it's gotta be my fault too. And she's like, well, no, that's not your fault. It's the drunk driver's fault. Okay, then it's not Miji's fault. He's standing on business for the girl that he liked, even to her own twin sister. That's a good fucking guy right there. Even during this shitty class reunion, they were all like, ooh, I thought Miji had the most promising future. Look where she's at. They low-key trashing her. He is looking at who's supposed to be Mirai, because why are you not defending your twin sister? And when she's not defending, he steps up and goes, why are we talking about her behind her back? And gets up and, he actually chugs some alcohol. But then the thing ends after that. Good fucking guy. You're not finna talk about his girl. Although they're not dating, but that's the apple of his eye, you feel me? Now, I can't tell if the twins hate each other or love each other, or, I got two older brothers, so I guess it's that whole sibling thing. I can hate my sibling, but I'm also gonna unconditionally love my sibling too. So, while Mirai's pretending to be Miji, she realizes Miji don't it ain't all sunshine and rainbows being over here, having not to pay anything. Nobody low-key counts on you for anything. She thinks she can do stuff, but everybody just brushes her off. So I think she's starting to realize what Miji's life is like. But then when she calls Miji about the grandma, yo, I need you to come down and get this haircut, Miji, who's pretending to be Mirai, has something to do and can only send the money. So now they've literally switched roles from episode 1. Because remember, in episode 1, when Miji called Mirai, they had that whole discussion. Well, now roles have reversed. Mirai's calling Miji. They're having the same discussion. The same words are being uttered, but they're in different positions. So now they should be able to understand each other's viewpoint. But no, they still get pissed at each other. What is going? Can y'all think about it? Just you literally are putting yourself in each other's shoes and you're still shitting on each other, bro. What TF? Also, the strawberry farmer dude, another good fucking guy. Surprisingly, in this K-drama, usually the guys are scumbags. The guys in this show, well, at least the two main male leads, are good fucking guys. Meanwhile, the two female leads, kinda a little bit shitty so far. So here's the thing, when Miss Rosa hurt herself, Mirai, who is actually Miji, she had a flashback to what happened to her grandmother. It paralyzed her in the situation. She ain't even down bad for real. She's looking at her like, hey, are you okay? You okay? Snap out of it. I just need you to call 911 and get an ambulance to carry me out, because she just has a minor back sprain. She is frozen, hyperventilating. Fear just completely overtook her body. She couldn't move an inch. All she could do is stare at her helplessly. Also, the grandmother, national treasure. We need to protect her at all costs, but I fear the climax of the show will be the grandma passing, the twins having to reunite in the same place with their mother, and then having to come clean that they swapped lives over the past X amount of days. But the grandmother, oh, she's so sweet and so wise and so caring, bro. She was looking at, this was the flashback when Miji had messed up her leg and couldn't run. She became a recluse. A recluse for 3 years. She was stuck in the house to the point where the family had to lie and say she was with some relatives out in Seoul. And nobody in the village or town, wherever the hell they live, nobody saw Miji for 3 years. And this is the part that pissed me off, because I'm like, mother, Again, this is the logical part of my brain. Like, I can understand why she became a recluse. Her classmates was talking about her. She couldn't run anymore, so everybody thought she was useless. Even her own mom don't treat her as well as they treat her sister. But 3 years seems like just an absurd, insane amount of time to not do anything. She stopped going to school to the point where her sister, in order to prevent Miji from flunking out of school, her sister cut her hair and pretended to be Miji for God knows how long, just to make sure Miji didn't flunk out and Miji could graduate. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't know, they clearly have an unconditional love for each other, but at the same time, they hate each other too, bro. So again, this is where Grandma, National Treasure, she's talking to Miji, and when Miji tells her, like, she's afraid once she steps out, she'll just be worthless again, the grandma's letting her know, like, no, you did everything you did to protect yourself. When a deer runs away from a lion, they're not a coward. They're doing it to survive. You did everything you did to survive. But Grandma, it took this conversation 3 years to happen? 3 years of Miji's life has just been in this room. And also the part that upset me was that Miji cut the effing phone lines. What are you cutting the phone lines for? The mom had every right to get pissed off at this point. The mom let you stay in here for 3 years. And you cut the phone lines. No, that would have pissed me off too. And Grandma, the mom had to have a conversation with you too. Although grandparents are always easier on their grandkids than they are on their kids. Because it's less responsibility. You ain't the parent, you the grandparent now. You just do the fun stuff low key. So the mom had a conversation with the grandma too. It took 3 years for this conversation to happen. But again, the empath side of me, completely, I don't want to diminish what Miji's feeling. Although the amount of time seems absurd, I guess you can't really judge how a person's feeling. Although if that conversation is all that needed, it should have happened sooner. But again, I can understand why she did what she did. I just wish she had a better support system around her to help her recover and bounce back a lot faster. I feel like this just went on for so much longer than it needed to. And she felt alone, and she low-key probably was alone. I don't know what they tried to do to cheer her up. But the grandma came in, swooped in, had one conversation. It didn't actually get her back out into the world. It took the grandma, suffering what she suffered for her to get back into the world. But still, the grandma's conversation started to ease Miji's pain. Now, the only X factor is, this is Hosu's mom. I don't know if Hosu's mom knows this is Mirai or not, because when she's looking at the picture, she's like, be honest with me. This is Mirai in this picture, not Miji, right? I can tell by the face. She looks like she's always holding in a lot of pain and a lot of emotion, and she can never let it out. So while she's looking at the picture, she then looks at Miji, who's actually Mirai pretending, because I don't think we've ever seen the mom invite Miji over to help make jam and stuff. So I'm thinking she invited this Miji over because she knows that's all. She secretly already knows that's Mirai. And the twins pissed me off thinking they can just fool everybody by just cutting their hair. Like the niggas' personalities ain't different. See, that's how you know they really pissing me off, because I done dropped the N-bomb. I done dropped it. They really done pissed me off thinking they could just pull the wool over everybody's eyes for however long they plan on doing this for. Like, niggas ain't been chilling with them since elementary school. Like, they don't know their mannerisms. Hoso was right. The mom is right. But all in all, Hosu's mom, another good fucking gal right there. She's even trying to help Miji and Mirai's mom. Although they also have a weird relationship where Miji's mom thinks they're bitter rivals, but I think she genuinely just wants to, help Miji's mom. Although sometimes she can rub in that her life might be a little bit better. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Episode 4, a whirlwind of emotions. I'm pissed off. I'm understanding. I hate the twins. Love damn near everybody else in the cast. The twins' mom is also low-key POS for the way she was. Let me not put too much on the twins' mom. She might have a good reason for what she did, but everybody else besides the twins, I low-key really like. The people at Mirai's job, they're shitholes too, actually. So I take what I just said back. The corporate world, full of shitholes in this show. But the guys, sweethearts, loving, tendering, caring, they looking out for the girls. The mother of Hosu, darling. Their grandmother, national treasure. Have y'all watched episode 4? What did y'all think? This video went on way longer than I planned to.